Today it's a really kind of nice early morning, just waking up and having a cup of coffee, and I wanted to talk about technology today and sort of my stance on technology while I'm waking up and starting to feel fresh anyway, starting to feel nice and awake, and how my life has sort of changed recently as I basically have kind of changed my view on technology. Now some people might think it's a bit ironic that, I'm on the internet and I'm on, I have a computer thing right now on YouTube, and but basically my approach towards technology is that it's not good for people, and particularly social media and mobile technology. And I was sort of influenced when I was working. I kind of felt this way over the past couple of years, but I met this guy in particular who I was working with, and he was a Mennonite, and basically the Mennonite people are kind of famous for being like really low on technology. And this guy, he was a really good, solid man, and I really liked him. And I asked him a lot of different questions about his life and what did he do and stuff like this. And I was just really impressed, not just with him, but with other people that he knew that I came into contact with. And I started kind of piecing together, that my thinking that maybe this technology stuff, always being available, always online, the text messaging, and how it sort of has taken over, our society in many respects. And then I had this guy who I really admired, and I didn't exactly know why, and I soon found out that, one of the reasons is that they minimize technology. And so I do have a phone, I do have one of the phones, but I don't use it, and I usually try to keep it off, and I try to keep it not available, and I try to keep myself off the computer as much as I can. And I find that it's making me happier, right? And the more distant I get away from it, the more I can see at how many people are, in my opinion, hooked on the technology. Always looking at their phones, always on the computer, and it goes from old people right down to little kids, and how quickly they get attracted to this. In particular, I think that the mobile technology is not good for people, because the radiation, or the cell signals, or the signals that are coming and going through the airs are not good for you. I can't really think about how the like basically an invisible sort of connection. I can't really think. I have a feeling it's not good for people, and I don't exactly know why. But when I don't have it, I feel a lot more calm. I think when it's not around me, I don't feel as jittery. And I'm finding too that my connections with people is a lot more authentic, because I'm not worried about my phone ringing, or me getting a message or a text or anything like that, because I don't have a phone, right? And because of that, I'm able to a lot more concentrate on the present moment with who I'm with or what's going on. And that's one of the things that impressed me about this man. And because he was a good, honest, hardworking guy, and all he was always just doing what he was supposed to do, and in that moment, and not distracted by a lot of the outside world of noise. When I go on a computer, it seems like what's happened is that the media is getting increasingly shocking, right? And they're all trying to attract you to click on their article or their video or their whatever it is, their web page, right? By making more and more shocking news, and it seems like it's this descending sort of pattern of shock and not good stuff that's happening. And I can't imagine that people seeing that is healthy. I've talked about how I find that the news is a bit of a problem, but just in general, like the media, it's like the starving for attention. It causes a sort of a descending, shocking thing, which desensitizes people further and further, and you have to have more shocking stuff and more shocking stuff and more stuff that's out of it's not like right now I'm sitting and having a cup of coffee, right? The sun's finally out. It's the beginning of it's kind of the end of winter, and the temperature's going to go above zero. right? So it's been a long winter, and it's beautiful. It's clear, it's blue, right? Everything's kind of calm and peaceful right now, right? And when you don't have to think about, when you get into the moment, when you get into like the present moment, life's beautiful, right? God made this, right? And when we're on the technology, that's something that man made, right? That's something that has been constructed by, man. But that's not, that's not what God made, right? That's not how we're made, right? And so I find that by basically disconnecting from, the hyped up technological world, right, and connecting more with the real present moment and, what's in front of us, I feel a lot more calm, right? And I sleep a lot better, right? And I can be more like, I can trust my instincts more, right? Like, because a lot of times when you get really, really hyped up in the text world and that message world and the media world, you don't know if the message means this or if it means that, right? Because the words can be taken out of context, right? But when you're talking to somebody, you can see their facial expressions, and you can see, how they're reacting to you, if they're smiling, and you can get a much better sense of the message, right? So by being face to face with people, right, you can trust, like, what that conversation's about, right? Whereas when you're on the media, it can be taken lots of different ways and, out of context for yourself, that you can get the wrong message and so I just find that the world of technology has desensitized us and has disconnected us from the real world. And basically, I think that, by getting more and more away from that, you're able to get more and more in tune with yourself, with the world around you, with relationships around you, with the realities around you. And, it's wonderful, right? It's a wonderful feeling when you feel a lot more connected to the world that you're in, or that, I'm in. And so, I know it's kind of ironic because it's like I do YouTube, and, for a long time I was into the technology. I like doing it and stuff like this. And, I think with doing it this way, it's like you can kind of control it. You can do a video and then that's it. Or you can sort of mediate what you're doing. But on an ongoing day-to-day basis, I find the less screen time, the less phone time, the less availability to the outside digital, radioactive cell signal world, right? The healthier you are, right? The more in touch and in tune you are, right? And so there you go. Kind of a step back, Luddite. Maybe I'm a bit of a Luddite, if you know what that means. It means a person who's opposed to technology. And, there's a certain amount that you need to, use it, right? You have to be practical too, right? But, in the big picture, basically a minimization of that is what I'm sort of a proponent for, as much as you can, right? The fellow that I'm talking about, he had a rotary phone, a rotary dial phone, right? So, he did have a phone, but rotary dial, and no cell signals, none of that. And it's easy to unplug that, right? So you can really disconnect. Anyway, I wanted to at least put this on a film, and I don't know what you think about that, but I think it's sort of in line with sort of my stance on being in touch with the natural world that I find more and more to home true to me. Okay, I hope you like that.
I'm Jake the Peg, diddle-diddle-diddle, with my extra leg, diddle-diddle-diddle. Wherever I go, through rain and snow, the people always let me know. There's Jake the Peg, diddle-diddle-diddle, with the extra leg, diddle-diddle-diddle.